Hey guys, okay, so I have a mukbang. Hey guys, so I decided to film a mukbang, excuse me. Hey guys, so welcome to a mukbang. Hey guys, so it is time for another mukbang and we're gonna be doing a spaghetti mukbang. Hey guys, so I figured I would film a mukbang video. I'm gonna be eating 3 pretty big slices of pizza.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Justice Voice podcast. I'm your host, Chelsea Hoffman, and today I want to kind of continue talking about the Amberlynn Reid situation. But more specifically, what I want to talk about is how YouTube allows mukbang content and my opinions surrounding that. By now, you should know what a mukbang is, but just in case you've been living under a rock for the past 5 years, a mukbang or mukbang it's a type of content where the creator eats on camera. It's usually just eating and interacting, kind of telling you stories or just whatever, vlogging. The thing is on the surface, just listening to that definition of what a mukbang is, it doesn't seem like anything insidious. But here's the thing. These mukbang videos, they usually involve massive, copious, ridiculous amounts of food. We're talking tens of thousands of calories sometimes. And the people don't just eat and interact with their viewers. They're mostly just gorging themselves, stuffing their faces with as much food as possible. This style of content was made popular in Korea. And of course, as Americans do, when we see something popular in Korea or Japan, we have certain groups of people here that immediately jump on it and start mimicking it. And thus, it becomes popular here. The problem with that is with mukbangs, Americans are already known to be notoriously obese in general. We have a massive obesity problem here. And so we don't have a bunch of very skinny, fit, healthy people doing this mukbang content. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Just to give an example, and I'm not body shaming anybody at all because I'm an overweight person myself. So this has nothing to do with body shaming. But if any of you recall over the past 5 or 6 years on YouTube, certain creators started out a little bit smaller, but got bigger as they started producing mukbang content. I want to give an example, Trisha Paytas being one. I mean, she's never been a super skinny girl, which is great. She's fine. She's thick. It's just her body type. She's gorgeous. She was gorgeous even when she gained all the weight during the mukbang phase. But she definitely packed on quite a few pounds when she was producing mukbang content. And even then, I'm sure that she was doing her hardest to work off the calories that she was consuming. She just couldn't keep up with it. Another popular content creator over the past few years that did mukbangs was Nikocado Avocado. Now, he's shocked the world when he came out recently with new content showing a massive 200 plus pound weight loss. Proud of him. But the thing is we watched him damn near kill himself doing mukbangs, eating so much food on the camera while he just gained more and more and more weight. So we got Nikocado Avocado, Trisha Paytas. I can't name any more names, but you get my point. We have watched over the course of several years various content creators gaining weight while producing mukbang content. Amberlynn Reid is one of them. She was already obese. She started producing content over or just about a decade ago. From the get, she was already over 200, possibly 300 pounds. And she came onto YouTube with the idea that she was going to produce diet and weight loss content because she wanted to lose weight. Instead, over the past decade, she has only gained weight. She has not lost weight. And to make matters worse, she started producing mukbang content. And that only inflamed the situation. Amberlynn Reid has struggled with obesity for her entire life. And she's documented at least the past 10 years of her life showing that she has binge eating disorders. She's addicted to food. She literally cannot stop eating. And it's part of her problem. So I'll never be able to wrap my mind around why this woman, knowing the kind of struggles that she has, knowing the kind of addiction that she has, why she would have ever dipped her toes in the mukbang trend. I'm not going to waste hours of my time researching this, but on a little bit of search, I can see that Amberlynn has been doing mukbang or mukbang content for at least 8 years. So, with that said, out of the decade that Amberlynn Reid has posted on YouTube, at least 8 years of it have included binge eating on the camera for content. Which, I'm sure I don't need to say because it's obvious. It's totally counterproductive to her initial reason for even posting on YouTube, which was to document weight loss. Anyways, I bring all this up because recently Amberlynn Reid came back to YouTube after not really posting anything for a couple weeks. And let me tell you, all the tea channels and the reaction channels, they're going wild right now. They're all just posting like crazy. So clearly my feed has been completely inundated with Amberlynn Reid related stuff. Apparently some videos of Amber's have been removed by YouTube. One of them being a mukbang or mukbang video where she ate like 6,000 plus calories, and another video where she supposedly ate an entire rotisserie chicken on the camera. This, of course, has people debating and talking on whether or not it was fair for her videos to be removed. And if her videos were removed, how come other creators' videos with similar content hasn't been removed? And I'm over here in the camp that mukbangs shouldn't be allowed on YouTube at all. I honestly feel like mukbangs are a form of fetish content. I don't feel that they serve any purpose other than for others to either live vicariously through the binge eating behaviors of other people, or they're gaining some sort of sexual or other kind of grotesque gratification from watching these people gorge themselves with food to the point of it becoming a health hazard. I truly believe that the people who log on and watch these videos are feeder fetishists. And I think that people with binge eating disorders and addictive personalities like Amberlynn Reid and other obese content creators fall victim easily to this sort of thing. So yeah, I think it's a little bit weird that YouTube would choose to remove only 2 videos of Amberlynn Reid's, the rotisserie chicken and a high calorie what I eat in a day video. I believe that YouTube should remove all feeder content from its platform. Not just from Amberlynn Reid's page, but from anybody who's engaging in this behavior, because it's dangerous, it's fetishism, and all it does is encourage the same behavior in unhealthy minded people. Now, again, I've said before, I don't like blaming media for the behaviors of others. I don't like saying it's the music's fault, it's video games' fault, it's movies' fault, blah, 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 because we are all in charge of what we do. We're responsible for our own actions. We all have to have accountability. I'm not going to force myself to binge eat just because somebody is sitting on a camera eating 8,000 calories worth of Burger King. But people with low willpower, people who are easily impressionable, people who are prone to falling into harmful behaviors just because it might seem popular, or perhaps they might get monetary benefit from doing so, are harming themselves because of this trend. So yeah, I've noticed some reaction channels bringing up that Amberlynn Reid is, she's not gonna appeal the removals of the videos, but she's implied that maybe she's being discriminated against because she's fat, and other content creators that are not fat, their similar content hasn't been removed. And I don't know if we're gonna make fun of her for bringing that up or what, but I'm prone to agree. I think it's a little bit weird that YouTube will go and remove these videos from Amberlynn Reid's channel, but clearly there are countless mukbang videos up from other creators, And even there's other mukbang videos up of Amber's that still remain. So what about it in particular? What was wrong with the videos that she had posted? What about the rotisserie chicken video needed to be removed? Because as far as I heard, because I didn't get to see the video, of course, because it's been removed, she didn't even eat the whole chicken, even though the title implied that she was going to eat the entire chicken. Meanwhile, there are mukbang videos up of other creators who do eat entire rotisserie chickens, and they're still up. Now, to be completely clear, in a perfect world, I would understand why any of these videos would be removed, because it is absolutely, completely unnecessary to gain any kind of entertainment watching somebody eat copious amounts of food. 'Cause, what's the point? What is the point other than getting some sort of pleasure out of it, which would make you some sort of feeder fetishist, right? That's just my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people are going to come at me and be like, no, we just like to feel like we're having dinner with somebody. We like to feel like we have companionship while we're eating our meals. I don't believe that. I don't think, I don't think I'm gaining any kind of companionship from sitting in front of a screen where a 400-pound person is eating 300 pounds of food so loudly and sloppily that I feel like it's eating time at the farm. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody's gaining any kind of companionship from this. Again, this is feederism. These people have feederism fetish kinks. They might not even notice it yet. They might not even realize it. They may not even understand why they gain so much pleasure or enjoyment from watching this content. But truly, I believe that every single one of them is some sort of feeder pervert. But yeah, that's just me being judgy and petty, I guess. So, back on the point, I don't think they should have removed Amber's videos if they're not going to remove other people's videos. Point blank. If they're not going to remove the videos of one obese person eating a ton of food, then they shouldn't, they shouldn't remove anyone's. Remove them all or remove none of them, because every single one of them is harmful. And I probably stuttered and messed that all up with getting tongue-tied, but you get my point, I hope. I don't think it's fair to leave mukbang content up and then remove mukbang content of specific creators for whatever reasons that aren't entirely even known. So, yeah, YouTube, what's up? Why? Why do we allow this content even at all? That's what I want to know. Like, let's be so for real. To be a content creator on YouTube and to stay monetized, you have to dance around literal speech. You can't say certain words that start with S. You have to say unalive themselves. You have to dance around and sometimes make yourself sound unintelligent and childish with some of the wording that has to be used to avoid YouTube censoring and demonetizing you. So we all have to jump through these hoops, right? And I'm talking about like my old channel, and I'm talking about like other, content creators on the platform. So all these hoops get jumped through to prevent the loss of monetization and deplatforming. Yet literal fetish content that literally influences people harmfully remains on the platform because it's popular. People enjoy it, so therefore YouTube allows it, right? Make that make sense. Make it make sense that you're not allowed to use the word suicide for fear of being demonetized, but some 500-pound person is allowed to sit on camera and gluttonize themselves to the point of putting themselves at medical risk for your entertainment, and they make money and they don't get demonetized and they don't get deplatformed. Again, make it make sense. Anyway, as for Amber's return to YouTube, I don't really know if it's a return because she didn't seem too into it. She didn't seem really I don't know, invested in making the video. More or less, it seemed like she was just there to shut people up. Because everyone's been asking her, where you been? Where you at? Why haven't you posted? Did you get deplatformed? Did you get a strike? Did, you know, whatever. Did you get banned from YouTube? So she's had to take to her community tab to tell people, no, I've not been banned, blah, 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 blah. And here's this video, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, I don't know. It didn't really seem to share anything. And it doesn't really look like she has the interest in, you know, posting any other videos, to be honest. She doesn't really look like she wants to do this anymore. But, I mean, that's not to say that she doesn't want to do it anymore. Maybe she just wants to take a break, guys. I don't know. Sometimes people just need a break. Anyway, that about does it for this episode. I know it's a little bit short, but it was mostly just me bitching about why YouTube allows mukbang content. Because honestly, like, for the life of me, and I've always felt this way, ever since mukbangs first got popular, I was like, oh hell no, why? This is not okay. And people just fell right into it and loved it, and I still don't get it. First of all, the sounds of someone slurping up food and crunching on food and just smacking their food, it grosses me out. Like, I don't understand how anybody can enjoy that kind of content. It's disgusting. It's literally disgusting to me. And I just, you know, if YouTube's going to allow that, I don't understand why YouTube just doesn't allow full-on scat videos at this point, because it's all about the same to me. It's just, it's filth. But anyways, that's enough for this episode, guys. Until next time, bye, y'all.